Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Hello, my name is Monty Waldin and I'm talking to Elisabetta Gnudi Angelini. Did I say that right?
Yes, you said it right.
You have lots of wineries. Can you just tell us how many wineries you have and what the names are and where they are, please? Just so we're all clear.
Okay, I own 4 wineries and they're very easy to remember because they are in alphabetical order. It was just a coincidence, just lucky, but that's the way it is. Altesino is the number 1 and I'm here with Altesino wine. B is Borgo Scopeto in the Chianti Classico area. C is Caparzo. Caparzo is in Montalcino again, like Altesino. And D is Doga. Doga della Clavole is an estate close to the sea in Maremma, Toscana. And we do Morellino and Vermentino over there. Okay, so Morellino
di Scanzano is a Sangiovese-based red and Vermentino is a dry white.
Yes.
One of my favourites as well. So, I mean, you have an estate, Borgo Scopeto in
Chianti Classico.
Okay, and then you have 2 Montalcino wineries for Brunello, which is Altesino and Caparzo. And then you have Doga della Clavole on the Tuscan coast in Morellino di Scanzano, which is a Sangiovese-based red, to which you can add some Bordeaux grapes if you like.
All my wines are Sangiovese-based.
Okay.
I'm a Sangiovese groupie.
Groupie.
You say? No,
groupie.
Groupie. Fan,
okay.
Yes.
All right, also a groupie, but also a fan. Okay. So, but when you were small, what was your dream? I'm guessing you didn't dream you'd end up being a wine grower, or did you?
Not a wine girl, of course. When you're a kid, you don't dream about wine, of course. But I was dreaming to go and live in the country. I grew up in a big city, Rome. Was raised and grew up there, and my dream all my life was to go and live in the country. Of course, when I was a baby, I was dreaming to do in the country, to produce fruit and to make the best jelly and the best jam in the world. I end up doing the same thing but with a very precious fruit that is grape, and of course I'm making wine now.
Where did you get the inspiration for the jelly and the jam idea? What was the key?
We used to have a summer house in the country close to Bologna. We used to grow peaches and apples, and that's why.
Okay, so you dreamt to... I mean, did you used to make jam as a child?
No.
Okay, that was just your dream. Were you good at cooking when you were a child?
It was my dream, yes.
So it was like a fantasy, basically. You didn't actually do it.
Yeah, no, we didn't do it.
So how hands-on? I mean, obviously you've got 4 wineries. That's an incredible responsibility. You know, in terms of how hands-on can you be doing that, or your children, are they interested in winemaking as well?
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. You have a very strong view about organic and environmentalism. What makes your winery so special regarding the environment?
I have a son who is we are very strong and very organic oriented, really, all my family. And I have a son who graduated and became an environmental engineer. And we are always studying and trying to be far ahead of everybody else, and we are trying to pollute the less we can. And we find out that the best way was to don't use any energy, any electricity, but to produce our own energy, but clean. Like, of course, photovoltaic. We have photovoltaic all over. In the 4 wineries, there are photovoltaic panels all over. In Borgo Scopeto, for example, we don't have only the winery where we make the Chianti Classico, but we have a big village. That's why the name Borgo Scopeto used to be a little town, and now it's a relais chateau. It's an hotel, and all the parking are with the photovoltaic roof. And of course, we cannot destroy the roof of the ancient building, and we didn't touch any of those. But everywhere we were able to, we put photovoltaic. And the second thing, we are putting biomass furnace to produce energy out of all the leftover from harvest and wood, bushes, everything we have to burn, we burn it over there.
And you recycle that as energy?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, we are almost independent from electricity. It's going to be a short short step and we will be independent.
So that was your son. What's his name, your son, who devised that system for you?
Igino. My son's name is Igino. It's Igino. It's a strange Italian name, very unusual, but that's the way it is.
Okay, and what about your daughter? What's she called and what does she do?
Alessandra. Alessandra is a very smart girl. I'm very proud of my daughter. She's an aerospace engineer and she was working until this January for Rolls-Royce in Virginia, projecting engine for the new 787 Boeing airplane, and they wanted to renew the contract to her, but she said, no, I have to go and help my mom. My mom is getting old. I have to help her.
So who is more your natural successor, your daughter or your son? Is it Jenny? Is he interested in? He's done your
in the wine business. My daughter, for sure, because my son not only is taking care of all the environmental part of my wineries, but is building warehouses. He has another job and is building warehouses, and they are, of course, energy efficient, very beautiful warehouses, because a warehouse is the most, horrible and sad building you can see in a city. But if you do full of colors and with a very smart roof, with photovoltaic system, with the recuperation of the waters and all those things that is doing, you can have a beautiful warehouse, because you need warehouses anyway. And he's a very good builder of warehouses.
Do you think he can design a sort of a Boeing 747 shed? You know, they have all with panels on the top, and then we'd all feel a bit.
Put the airplane underneath.
We'd feel a little bit less guilty about flying.
She's an airplane.
She's a pilot.
She's a pilot.
Wow,
Not my son, but she does.
Multi-talented family. So you said you're from Bologna, which many people consider the gastronomic capital of Italy. What do you like as a cook at home?
Oh my gosh, we love to eat and to cook a lot. Our number one dish probably is, is tortellini. We do that for Christmas, we do that for every holiday. It's the typical dish of Bologna, and it's in our heart, even if we live in Tuscany, and we have many beautiful dishes in Tuscany too. But we have to bring something from our tradition. I love the tortellini in the soup with broth.
Okay.
Made out of chicken and beef.
So like a clear broth, yeah.
Yes.
My sound engineer is salivating. He's putting his thumbs up. I'm also big. But do you ever do tortellini with like a ragu, like a more Tuscan?
No,
was that too heavy? Yeah.
I don't like them. I prefer it in the soup.
Okay, so when you're having your wine at home, obviously you've got lots of wines to choose from. Are you very particular about matching a wine to food, or would you just say, look, I've got this in the fridge and this was in the oven and that's what we're going to have this evening?
Absolutely. That's the way it goes. No, we are not picky. And especially we open a bottle what we feel like. Tonight, maybe we're going to have some Morellino in the refrigerator, because it's hot outside and it's beautiful to drink a cold red wine. It's the only red wine that you cool it up. And but sometimes I feel like Le Grange. Le Grange is one of my favorite wine. It's a white wine made out Chardonnay, Sauvignon and Traminer, and it's beautiful. We do it in Caparzo. Sometimes you feel like this is a Montosoli night, and Montosoli is the wine that gave to us.
That's your best Brunello plot, isn't it, the Montosoli?
Yeah, for now, yeah. And especially we find out that it's the top wine of the room over there, because it's the one who got the highest score. A gentleman came to me with a book saying, oh, you are the lady with the highest score. I said, oh, great. I didn't know, but I just, when you came to catch me, and I just found out.
No wonder you're smiling. I mean, obviously journalists, we don't want to talk too much about horrible journalists like me, but I mean, do you avidly read what people say? Do you say, listen, I make the wine how I like it, and if people like it, they do. If they don't, but I'm not too bothered.
I read what I know is true. There are many journalists, for example, in Italy, that are sometimes I don't trust them too much, and I don't lose my time reading those.
What is your sort of next challenge or your next ambition? You said, we talked about the success of your children. I mean, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years' time?
I have a dream No, I'm a lucky person. I was unlucky for so many things in my life, but now I'm a very lucky person because I was able to succeed in everything I was dreaming of. I have a last little dream that is close to me, a beautiful castle. And if I ever have the chance to buy it, and I will make a beautiful properties between Caparzo and Altesino, and would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think I know what we won't name it, but I know exactly which castle you're talking about. It's fantastic. It's like almost like
don't name it.
Yeah, no, I won't. It is like a fantasy castle. It's an amazing place. Beautiful,
it's
lovely
beautiful.
situation. Yeah.
It's beautiful, but it's very badly kept, and it's like. Whenever I pass in front of that, I'm so sorry that is like that, and can be a beautiful building and recuperation to make everybody to visit and make a sort of museum and maybe a few suites to host all the people are coming to visit us. And
so you're quite. I mean, you know, some people in wine are always very afraid of voicing their opinions, and you're very open about what you think. You're very sort of black and white. You say what you think, and you think what you say. That
was my problem all my life. I have only enemies. I have many friends, but I have many enemies.
No, I don't believe that. I think you also have. You're very lucky. I mean, you talked about families, how important they are, and you've obviously got two children that are incredibly talented, and it's lovely to see them actually working with their mum, you know, and getting stuff done, and you know, because you say you're quite a strong-willed person, so it can't always be easy for them. But
I said to her, "It's time for me to retire. I'll take care of the castle, and you will take care of the business." I would love to do that.
And will she be happy to do that, do you think? Big responsibility.
We'll see.
So you wouldn't be like a backseat driver saying, "Oh, no, you should do this," or you would really just say, "Okay, now it's your..."
No. The second I leave, she has to start her own way.
Will you launch a rival sort of brand of jam finally, and finally get around to doing that, fulfilling that childhood dream?
Probably, for my grandchildren, probably.
Okay, Elisabetta Gnudi Angelini, it's been fascinating talking to you. Very, very interesting. As I said before, I love someone that voices their opinion. You've been a great interviewee, and I'll see you in Tuscany, I hope, sometime. Thank you very much.
I hope so, because I know you're close by and you have to come and see me.
Okay, I've got no excuse. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Follow us at Italian Wine Podcast on Facebook.